Hello, welcome to our Wellness Wednesday live here on Planet Wellness. If you're watching live, please say hello in the comments below. And if you're watching on the replay, it's hashtag replay. So today we are going to talk about a crunchy green vegetable. What is it, Ronald?
Yes, crunchy green vegetable.
Yes.
Starting with celery. Now, a lot of people think I'm talking about celery, S-A-L-A-R-Y. No, it's celery, C-E-L-E-R-Y, right? Celery. Right, so I'm going to give you some amazing hints today about how wonderful this celery is, right? As you know, there's hundreds and hundreds of vegetables and herbs and fruits that you can have, but I rate celery in the top 5 for beneficial deliveries to your body, right? And so I'm going to show you, I've investigated Morrison's, Tesco, Farm Fresh, Sainsbury's, and finally I managed to settle. I was very happy when I saw it with Waitrose, Dutchie, and I'm going to show it to you. There it is there. See that? Waitrose Dutchie Organic Celery. Okay. Now they've got an excellent reputation, and why was that important to me? Because I knew from studies, massive amount of studies in organic gardening and vegetable delivery of nutrients, that unfortunately you have so many pesticides, fungicides, insecticides that are delivered to vegetable, for commercially grown vegetables, right? And some of the most pesticide ridden is strawberries, for example, right? A lot of strawberries need to be really washed thoroughly. So we grow our own strawberries because I'd rather not buy the commercial strawberries, because I just know that is a very strong chance I'll be getting pesticide residues from the strawberry skin, right? So why is the celery so important? Celery is one of those amazing vegetables, as you can see. It's like a tube, isn't it? It's like a tube, right? And they call them stalks, right? Now, so this one sells for £1.30. There's one delivery I'm going to explain to you straight away that you should be aware of. Don't worry about the cost of the money for organic food, right? Now, some companies sell organic food for £1, £1.20, £1.10, and ordinary celery is quite big, but sells as little as 47 pence. That should tell you something. What are you getting? Can you buy Rolls-Royce price at Fiat prices? No, you can't. So what you need to do is you need to understand that if you want true organic celery, you need to buy something like Waitrose Dutchie, because they are uppermost in their quality of delivering organic food, right? Now, what I'm going to explain to you is that I want you to do this test for 1 month, and I'm going to give you what to do, and I'm going to explain to you first why the celery is so important. In the last week, I've constantly done it, but in the last week I've been watching the fear of the explosion of Alzheimer's and dementia in the English or UK community, and it's a major problem. Unlike other diseases like, say, strokes or heart attacks or diabetes, which you can recover from, once you start getting dementia and Alzheimer's, if you don't know what to do and to reverse it, you go down the steep decline where you cannot think anymore. Your brain becomes like scrambled eggs. That was the best way to describe it. Once you get major Alzheimer's or major dementia, it's like eggs. You've crushed the eggs, you've scrambled into a pan. You can never get that egg back in that shell, right? So the human brain is quite fragile. There's a huge amount of information goes there, and it is so powerful. It's been known that the top experts have said that the human brain is equivalent to 3 of the largest IBM computers available. 3, right? That's how powerful the brain is. and it has absorbed an enormous amount of information, and it has to have cognitive function. Now, why am I putting emphasis on that? Because you see, unlike other diseases where you can sit on a corner in a nursing home and you're left alone, you're not going to clutch fires, you're not going to leave gas on, you're not going to lose your keys, you're going to be sick on a corner. In the case of dementia or Alzheimer's, as you get deep into it, the worst, you will do some stupid things like turn the gas on, let in the fire at 2 o'clock in the morning, open the doors to everybody, go and drive your car, don't know where you're going. That's how bad it gets, right? So by in some rich countries, they will allow you three carers of 8 hours each. When you get dementia and advanced, what actually happens, you cannot be left to your own. So someone has to watch over you. They think you're asleep, but you actually wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, you go and do something stupid like letting the gas up. So some rich countries, right, which are getting less and less now, is 12 hours, they do 2 lots of 12 hours, or 3 lots of 8 hours to take care of you, right? Now, why is the celery so important? First of all, the celery's got vitamin A, B complex vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin K, which is good for blood and brain function. And it's also very rich in magnesium, calcium, iron, molybdenum, and silica, right? It's phenomenally good for arthritis, right? I remember there was a Jewish fellow up the road from us, and a little dog was 27 years old, dragging its back legs because that's advanced. He was 27 years old. He'd had it since brand new, right? And anyway, that particular dog was dragging its back legs going towards the park. So I stopped him, had a bit of a word, and I got him to the dog with like a little fox terrier, you know, and I got him to give him two stalks of celery every day. Within 2 weeks, the dog was back to normal. 2 weeks. The dog was back normal, walking around. 27 years. Multiply 27 by 7, that's the age of a human that he was. And even at that age, the celery worked, right? Now, you need to get into a habit where you have 3, if you're an adult, you need to have 3 stalks of celery per day, especially if you're prone to have a story of disease like diabetes, arthritis, rheumatoid, osteo, heart problems, circulation problems, edema, water retention, kidney function problems, liver problems, and so on. Now, why does the celery work? Because of its big complement of vitamins and minerals, including the molybdenum and silica and so on, it is known as a cutter of tumors. It's known as a cutter of cancers. In other words, if you've got any growth in your body, or you want to prevent growth inside your body, the wrong growth, you eat celery 3 stalks a day as an adult, right? And what I found, people are quite funny. They'll say, I'll tell them about the celery, and they say, oh, I hate it. I hate the celery. Why? Oh, it's bitter. Right, but they'll happily go and eat chips with salt and vinegar. They'll eat that.
Or they'll drink Guinness beer.
And they'll pay £2 for a pack of chips, you know, like with white potato and no skin on. This is costing £1.30, and it's the delivery of the vitamins in this and the nutrition on it is phenomenal. In addition to all these other factors, you've also got chlorophyll, which is a green colour in a celery, right? Now, if you're from 1 year old to about 8, 1 or 2 stalks chopped up or blended is very good, right? But once you get to about 15, you should be on an adult, especially 15, you should be on an adult dose of 3 a day, right? Now, I'm going to give you a very good way that you can get over the taste of celery. Go to a decent shop and buy yourself a jar of almond butter, right? Now, whilst we're on the subject of butters or nut butters, be aware of this. All nuts, I'm talking about, for example, hazelnuts, cashews, walnuts, and so on, are acidic in their nature, acidic. Almond is the only nut that is alkaline, the only one. Now, peanut, don't get peanut confused with a nut. Peanut is not a nut. Peanut is a legume. Peanut actually grows underground, right? And it's very popular with the kids because it's always been brought up. It's always been marketed. The problem we've got is that when you're giving kids peanut butter every day, there's a very strong chance that it'll be fungicides, because that's what peanuts suffer from, fungicide and borer insect. There'll be insecticide, fungicides, and pesticides actually in the skin of the peanut and the actual flesh of the peanut. And what happens as a result is that the actual peanut, when it's made into peanut butter, has got these residues, these chemical residues. And the kids that say 10 years old, 11 years old, are eating quite large amounts of these residues. This is why I'm going to recommend to you that you get almond butter. Now, the good thing about almonds are quite tough. They're quite residual. You don't need to spray them, right? I've actually got one growing on the side, which I planted this year. So we'll have organic almonds as well. Now, so what you do, you get the celery like that, you see, and you cut it into, say, 6-inch lots, okay, 6-inch. It becomes like a boat, like a little boat. And per 6-inch, you put a heaped teaspoon of almond butter inside the tube. Okay, you get it? And then you put that on a plate. In other words, you'll have 3 stalks with these multiples of 6 inches. Okay, and it's between 4 and 6 inches. And then you put it on your plate. Guess what you put with it? A red apple. You wash the red apple. You chop it up into bite-sized pieces as well, and you put that next to the celery on your plate. Now, you got this. So what you've got the celery, the almond butter, and the apple chopped up. Guess what happens next? You chew one bite of the celery and one bite of the apple, and you chew it. And you chew it until it's absolutely fiber crushed. You swallow it, right? And now what happens as a result, after eating 3 stalks, you'll be quite full, especially 3 stalks with one apple. Now, if you can do that once a day for about a month, your blood pressure is going to drop, your risk of stroke is going to drop, your cholesterol level is going to drop, you're going to sleep better, you can actually cure constipation with that amount. So if you're constipated where you only go to the toilet once every 2 days, once every 3 days, with the event of celery, you'll go to the toilet once to twice every single day. And that's very important to do that, to flush the bowels out from waste, right? Now, another major factor about celery, when you're eating celery, guess what it does? Now, the human body's got a massive organ called the liver, which is on the right side of this thing, on the right side of your chest. And the liver is known for filtering 5 liters of your blood every 4 minutes. Listen to that again. It's designed to filter 5 liters of blood every 4 minutes, and that is a major function for the body to keep the blood clean. Now, of course, the blood ends up in your brain as well. So if your blood has got cholesterol, like bad cholesterol loaded with it, and it hasn't got the LDL cholesterol, it will go to your brain, can deposit cholesterol in your brains, and can also affect your brain towards dementia and Alzheimer's. So when you're flushing your liver and your kidneys through the eating of celery, right? Remember, you've got molybdenum, you've got vitamin K, vitamin A, vitamin C, and silica. These are all trace minerals which you don't often get from other vegetables. You get it? Most vegetables have got a complement of some, but they don't have the plethora of quality vitamins, quality of trace minerals like celery has, okay? Now, what does that do? When you're healing your liver through the 3 celeries a day and the apple, you're healing your kidneys, they will also be helping your thyroid, because once you unload your liver and your kidneys, you unload the pancreas as well, which helps you towards your keeping your sugar level low, where it should be. And what happens as a result, your brain will also, with another month, your brain will be a lot sharper. And it also affects the eyesight. Now, why am I saying this, and why am I correct? Optometrists who know us, we're astonished when at the age of about 60, they couldn't fault my vision, because I've been eating foods that have been very, very good for the eyes, right? And let me tell you something. Eyesight deterioration is a very important indicator in brain deterioration. So if you're having eye problems, definitely get on the celery so that you can recover back to what your eyes should be. The cognitive function of your brain will benefit enormously. So please write to us in a month. Do this don't be worried about the money. For about £1.30, you'll have about 3 days worth. 3 days. So it's about 42 pence a day. Now, an apple probably costs you about 15 pence a day. Now, that's much better for you than buying a packet of chips with vinegar in it at £2. Right? Much better for you. So we look forward to getting feedback from you. And if you're going to do this challenge, and I'm going to keep on doing mine as well. So give us a feedback about what you think of what we've talked about. And because the important thing is to make sure it's organic. Now, final comment. The reason why I always recommend organic, especially with celery, is that I found that in the celery, in vegetable foods, celery is in the 10 most poisoned vegetables in the world, because a normal ordinary celery is grown with a lot of pesticides, a lot of insecticides, a lot of fungicide, and it stays within the celery. And you are going to, bit by bit, if you eat a lot of celery, you're going to get a lot of this insecticide inside your body. This is why I go for the quality of Dutchie and Waitrose. I really admire the gumption and the intelligence and the management that they have, because they do deliver really good food in the organic section. And I heartily recommend that you buy organic celery. So we look forward to getting your feedback and see how you feel in about a month's time.
Okay, thank you very much, Ronald. And thank you, Ria, for supporting us. She says that dementia is very close to her heart as well. She's doing her own research. That's great.
Yes.
And you're going to get some for your mum. Well done. Make sure you get some for yourself as well. All right.
I would like anybody who's going to put their mum or their dad or their kids or themselves on it, please let us know in a month's time. Give it a good month every day, eat it, and give it a good month, and then let me know your feedback about how you feel.
All okay, and just to remind you that today at 5:30 p.m. we're going to be having a hour-long presentation on the secrets of skin.
Yes.
Having great glowing skin.
Yes.
So do join us. I'll share the Zoom link again in the comments below. Do join us, and I will also try this time to actually live stream it on this Facebook page as well.
Without putting too fine a point on it, Petrina is 53 years, right? And I'm not going to say 53 years old. She's 53 years young. Have a look at her skin, like a peach. She doesn't wear any makeup, doesn't wear any lipstick, do you know how much money she saves? No foundation, no makeup, no lipstick. And everybody looks at her and goes, you look about 35. And in my case, I'm almost 75 now. In August, I'll be 75. And just about everybody thinks, oh, Ronald, he's 55. Right? 20 years younger. Now, you don't get that by throwing money at the wrong foods. Right? Spend your money wisely on eating things like celery, and you'll be young for a long, long time.
Yeah, and Rhea is asking where shall she get the almond butter. I think you get it in most health food shops.
Most health food shops.
Health food shops, or you try Amazon, you should be able to get one as well.
And by the way, when you buy the almond butter, if you're going to be eating for a long time, in fact, just 1 second, I'm going to show you.
Yeah, we'll show you the one we have. I think it's 1 kilo, is it? One litre?
That is, I'm going to just show them. Yeah, that's 1 kilo.
1 litre.
So that's the one we get, pip and nut.
Yeah.
See that?
I think we got this from Costco.
I think it was.
Yeah, a while ago, yeah.
And that's 1 kilo. I think it's about 18 pounds.
It lasts a long time.
But that's a long time. That's why. Don't get caught with buying the little small containers. You're going to go that pretty quick, then you're going to spend a lot of money, probably about £8, right? This sells about 18 pounds, but you're getting 1 kilogram. And by the way, when you do it, as soon as you open it, you've put the almond butter in the celery. Make sure you seal it, and you put it back in the cool corner. And that should last you about at least 2 months. So it's very good value for your money. All right? So let's have your feedback.
Okay, thank you very much. And we look forward to seeing most of you at 5:30 p.m. UK time today.
Yeah.
Take care and have a
Okay.
great Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Have a good week.